This is gonna be a two-part video. I'm sorry, cause it cut off or whatever. So it's gonna be a two-part video. It's gonna be a part one and a part two, cause I didn't mean for my video to cut off, and I'm not repeating all this shit over again. So the guy, he went outside of his house. He's like, I'm in Augusta, Georgia. That don't mean you in Augusta, Georgia. You in a housing area. Anybody anywhere can go outside of their house and see some trees, cars, or whatever. So that within itself was weird as well. So remember I told you guys I met this guy on Danny Boy Live. He saw me on the live and he befriended me. Okay, anybody that befriend anybody on Instagram, Facebook, anything, you like something about that person. So he video called me, the Ventress guy. He video called me and he was like, I felt like I was being interrogated or interviewed or something. He was like, why do you like DB? I'm like, cause I like his music. You know that nigga gay. And I don't use the N-word. I'm just repeating what he said. You know that nigga gay. I was like, yeah. Remind you, I never got on his lives and said, I never got on his page and said I want to fuck him or I want to be with you or anything like that. I keep it totally professional. Like, okay, I like your music. I like your sound. You know. So he was like, you know that nigga gay. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, well, you follow him too? I was like, how long you been following him? The guy couldn't tell me how long he been following DB. He said, since I discovered that nigga. I'm like, huh? So he kept talking about he was gay, he was gay, he was gay. And he was like, I guess if I was gay, I bet I wouldn't get I wouldn't get a woman. But he gay, he got money. I guess he can get a woman. Like, he just kept going on and on. Like, maybe he knew DB. Or maybe like they knew each other personally or whatever. And like I said, remind you, I never said anything like, oh, I want to get with DB. Oh, I want to fuck him. You know, I like his music. I like his sound. I find it strange that we met twice without even trying. You know, I'm not like stalking the guy or anything like that. Like, I do like his music. I do look at his videos that he done did online. Like, his interviews are hilarious. I like his energy and stuff like that. So the guy was just going on and on and on. Well, I guess he ain't that gay. He got a couple kids. I was like, oh, okay. Like, it was just real strange. So, then the guy, he just, you know, we'll talk a little bit because we stayed on the phone for like maybe an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll talk a little bit and then he'll get back on DB. So he was like, what's your favorite song by DB? Like, he didn't believe I was a DB fan. Like, I'm not going to go out my way and just follow somebody or... Like I said, I don't do anything strange. Like, so I pulled out my phone and I told him what song that I like. And he was like, that's not on his album. I was like, yes, it is. So I had to pull out my phone and played the song for him. And I think it's The One That Got Away. Yeah, I like that song. It's so sweet. And his voice do sound romantic in it, and he sound like he mean what he's singing. Like, it sound touching. So so he was like, yeah, you really listen to that nigga? Like, yeah, you follow him, so you really listen to him too? Like, the whole situation was strange. It was strange. So as this Ventress guy was talking to me or whatever, and he was like, so I was telling him some of my favorite DB songs, because I also like The One That Got Away, and I like Thunderstorm, which is not on his new album, and Slip and Slide, and a picture of other songs as well. So he was like, what's your favorite song of all time? I said, any artist? So he was like, yeah. So I was like, I like Michael Jackson, Whatever Happens. Like that. That's a very beautiful song by Michael Jackson. So he was like, I gotta look that shit up. Like, he was acting like I was making something up. So he just kept asking me why I like DB, and he gotta look that shit up, look the Michael Jackson song up, like, as if I was making up something. Like, dude. You can look it up. It's on Michael's last album. It's on his Invisible album. So the last thing he asked me was, could I sing? So I told him, no, I can't sing. And I asked him, could he sing? And he was like, he used to, but he don't sing anymore. And he hung up in my face like, okay, that's rude as fuck. Like, the whole thing was weird as hell. And like I said, this is going to be a 2-part video because it shut off on me. So I'm going to play the first half on YouTube and then the other half on YouTube. So I felt like this past Sunday, that was strange as hell. And then, before I got off the phone with him, I was like, well, ever since I met you on Danny Boy Instagram, he don't do any more lives. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I was like, well, why he don't do any more lives? So he claimed he didn't know anything about that. But I don't know too many people that meet somebody and somebody live, like, using the words going up and it's going too fast to even type in the information. Like, the whole thing just seemed fucking weird and bizarre. And then, like I said, about like 2 weeks ago, somebody was liking everything that I said. Like, I'm not trying to kill the man or hurt the man. Maybe he's not used to his fame, or maybe he's not used to being famous. But so-called 50,000 people that's following you and you want to be big, I stand out. Like, strange. And then one day on his Instagram, I took a picture of some shit that he posted. He said that he be looking on people's lives, and the people claim I'm their favorite singer, but they don't post no pictures of me. And then when I post pictures of him on my live, the Ventress got liked with it. And funny thing is, that shit that he posted, that DB posted, that post came down. So I reposted it and I told him, you're loved and you're adored. Like, I mean, if I'm that bitch and I stand out of 50,000 people, like, wow. One of my coworkers at work, they was like, your presence is big when you enter into a room. And I'm like, wow, really? Like, you never know what type of effect that you have on people. Like, speaking of effect that you have on people, since I'm talking about weird shit that didn't happen, I was friends with, what's her name? Damn, what's her name? Because I want to say her name correctly. I don't want to get it mixed up. Is it Tiana? I can't remember her name. But anyway, Tito Jackson's supposed to have an outside daughter. I think her name's Tiana Jackson. Anyway, we was friends on Facebook. And 3 years ago, she reached out to me on Facebook during the pandemic. And she gave me some money one time. I didn't ask this helpful for no money. And at that time, I was living large and in charge. I had a good-ass job. And she gave me a $20 gift certificate to Target. And she wanted me to get online and tell everybody that she gave me $20. So anyway, I thought we was cool. Like, she reached out to me. I didn't reach out to her. And I'm not on here to bash anybody. I'm just going to tell you, like, some weird shit that been happening to me. So, I thought we was cool, and we were friends on Instagram as well. So about 2 weeks ago, she was on Instagram Live with a guy named Cooch or whatever. So I just, you see Instagram, so hey, you tap on it. Now there's another person that got 12,000 people following them, but me, I stand out. Like, really? Like, I'm not on here like, oh, I'm the biggest fan in the world and I want to have your babies. I want to be your friend. I want to, hang out in your trees and pop out when you come out your house. Like, I'm not doing like no weird shit. I'm like just being my motherfucking self. Like, really. But I stand out. Like, so she's on Instagram Live and I just happened to be on my phone one day and I saw the Instagram, so I tapped in it. And little do she know, I saw a video on YouTube that she's really not Tito's son. But I never, told her that, and I never told her she wasn't a real Jackson, and I never told her she was a fraud. I continue to be her friend, because this is the type of person that I am. So I get on the Instagram live, and the guy, he is flirting like hell. Oh, you're Jackson. Oh, them beautiful ass high cheekbones and small lips. Oh my God, he was just going on and on and on and on. And I guess the girl got in her feelings. I didn't go on that Instagram live to like outshine nobody. I was just being me. Like right now, I'm being me, baby. I'm being me. And the next day, I guess she was in her feelings. She was like, why do you follow me? Tell me, why do you follow me? I was like, hell, I thought we fucked with each other, because I even told her how she approached me during the pandemic. I didn't approach you. You approached me. Matter of fact, now I am shining. She claiming to be Tito's daughter. She calling me on Instagram asking me who my grandparents are. That let me know that your grandparents, did you say your grandparents, really not your grandparents? Now I'm going off. But you calling me and asking me if I'm a real fucking Jackson. Yes, my birth certificate says Chevette motherfucking Jackson. I'm a real motherfucking Jackson. While you sitting up there pretending. And I didn't make this video to be a diss or to go on off on anybody, but now I am going off. But and then the guy Cooch, he called me on Instagram the next day, and he was like, what's up? And I was telling him that I don't fuck with that hoe no more. And he was like, she never came off to me like that. And he was going off, and he was saying that she was bipolar. She's something, because Tito and his sons and already got on YouTube, and they did a reality TV show, and then I already said that you're no kin to them. But you still claiming these motherfucking people. I wouldn't be claiming nobody that's not claiming me. And I'm telling this because the other day, Cooch was, oh, your high cheekbones and this and that, and that heifer. She was all made up. I didn't have on no makeup at the time. And she probably felt some type of way. She got on her feelings. And she's another person that got 12,000 followers. I'm one person. And I bother you? I bother you? I was just on my phone at night, mind my motherfucking business. And I'm gonna end this video because I'm truly one in a motherfucking million.